Folks, we are out here at the Mid-America Truck Show for now Monday. We are in line with our Scania in a sea of American Peterbilts, Kenworths, Freightliners, all the good stuff to get it washed up. It is extremely windy. I'm trying to balance the wind on the video so I'm not like destroying everyone's ears, but we're going to be hopefully getting some people involved in driving this thing, some ride and drive here soon once we get this thing all washed up. We got our Peterbilt. We're going to be pulling that thing inside the show also, so stay tuned. We're about to jump into some really great action, getting some reactions for everyone seeing the Scania for the first time ever. All right, guys, I'm trying to block the wind as much as possible, but this is a 50s model Kenworth with a big block gas motor running on E85 ethanol, and it sounds absolutely rank. Look at this thing. Crazy. Well, guys, we're hiding out of the weather right now inside the truck. Went and got a trim so I don't look like a homeless man while I'm representing the best Scania. We are next in line to get the truck washed, and then we'll be out here doing some test drives. I've already got quite a few people that want to drive the truck around and check it out. I'm super excited. People are just like surrounding this thing and checking it out. The wind is terrible outside, so it's hard to get any good footage outside, so bear with me, guys. We're get this thing washed, and we're gonna do some driving, and you guys can see some reactions of the truck. Right now, Brutus is all pulled up there and just got in line to get washed. We've been in line for like 4 hours now. All right, guys, with the Scania now being washed and Brutus being washed, we're gonna pull Brutus inside. The Scania goes inside tomorrow. Dang old big rig trucker up in there. Can't even see him, it's so dark. New haircut, looking fresh. Actually, I get Brutus all cleaned up as we pull it in. I got their Pete pulling in also at the same time. So you truly don't realize how big this place is from the outside until you get inside, and you can't even see the end from here. It's massive. There's one Peter car coming in, 379. Sounds like it's got a 12.7 Detroit in it. Yes, it does. Here comes Big Blue. So quiet. So quiet. So Brutus is all parked in here for tonight. Tomorrow morning we gotta be back up here to work on doing some final polishing, and they're gonna stage all the trucks in here how they want them. They're only putting like a very select few inside just so people can see some trucks inside. The rest of the main show will be outside, but it's too much work to be in the shows outside. I'd rather just park it, let people admire it, and then move on. So, I mean, guys, these lights are like 15 feet apart, and look how many of them are down through here. Like, you can't even see the end. It's pretty crazy. So there'll be some antique semi trucks parked right here in this area too. But for now, they're saying we need to go pull the Scania in. So I don't want to do that yet because I want people to drive it, but we're gonna go figure that out. Let's go figure it out. All right, guys, our first victim driving the Scania here at the show is Mr. TW. And you got, what kind of truck do you drive right now?
We've got a Peterbilt.
Okay, and it's here at the show?
It will be.
Okay. But I've seen you on the golf cart running around. I was like, hey, yeah, here's our first guy. Well, I've got you in the seat. Now let's set the steering wheel where you want it. On the left side, you'll feel a little button there that says unlock. Just press it. Press the unlock button. There you go. Now you can let go of the button. Now put that steering wheel where you want. It goes in and out, up and down.
Man, that is right on.
Now hit the lock button on it, and it'll lock it in place. All right, now put your seatbelt on. It's built into the seat on this one.
Yeah.
There you go. So with your seatbelt on, you got the automatic brake on. Go ahead and rotate it to drive. And now, if you let your foot off the brake will still be on until you hit the gas, the throttle. So now, go ahead and just take off, and we'll take it around the block, around the whole circle if you want. Have you driven automatic big rigs before?
Yes. I'm actually in a friend of mine's today.
Now, when they take off, how smooth do they take off?
Not this smooth. That's it.
I want you got to give me your honest and brutal opinions on these things. So.
We're truthful.
Yes, yep. No faking it here. So now we're driving around the block here at the show, and it's like a 3-mile circle. I feel like it feels like it's that long. It might not be, but you just drive it however you want.
It is butter smooth.
Now, you being the red-blooded American trucker here, do you feel like we're driving a Tupperware torpedo, as people call them, or the plastic trucks we've got here?
This is pretty classy. Not that either.
Yeah. So the interior, this is out of the factory. The only thing we've added was the watermelon lights in the roof.
I did see that.
But other than that, what do you think about the?
People talk about, Peterbilt, Kenworths, that's a Cadillac, Lincoln. Well, this is a Lexus, and I'm not mad at it. You know what I mean?
I like that. I've never heard that analogy. That's good.
For 50 cents, you can use that.
Yeah.
So this is
oh boy.
This really is pretty nice, I gotta say. And I guess full air ride front suspension.
Full air ride all the way around, and air ride cab.
A friend of mine bought a Prevost bus, and this is as close to it as I've found.
That's the biggest comparison. Everybody says it's like driving a bus, a Prevost.
I'm not mad at that.
Yeah.
You beat up and down the road, and granted, I've loved and made a really good living to raise my kids out of our Peterbilt. But this is pretty damn nice.
Me driving it back and forth to Florida and stuff, I don't get out after driving 9-10 hours and feel fatigued. It's just like...
And I get a lot of flack right now. We were on 10-4 Magazine's podcast the other day.
Yeah.
While we've been getting everything ready for show season, I run some shuttles for a friend of mine. We went out to Kansas the other night. Get out of one of their Coronado trucks.
Yeah.
Some guy walks up, and now, granted, we left the podcast.
Yeah.
Got in the truck, went to Kansas.
Yeah.
So I still had the shirt on that I had on the podcast.
Yeah.
And next morning, I go in, brush my teeth, get a beef jerky, come back home. And he goes, man, you look and sound just like the guy that was on that podcast. I was like, really? And I said, yeah, you never know. He goes, nah, he would never drive no shit like that. And I was like, wow, buddy. So when we got on this week for the podcast, I made sure
the story.
Recognize the guy in Kansas that wants to be judgmental, knows everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is classy. I gotta say, I'm a fan. And yeah, this is
It's a lot to take in. Like, whenever I'm around something that's really cool, I just can't stop smiling, or
Yeah.
you lose some words, or you lose your footing on what you want to talk about. But yeah.
And I like the cameras and the mirrors.
Yep.
You know, your line of vision's good. Your visor's down. It's not gaudy. It's kind of
just right.
It's in there.
Pull in this parking lot right here, and I want to show you something.
This one over here.
Yep, and I promise we haven't set up any cones. Oh, here's my brother on his wheel. Now I want you to just make a circle around that cone.
Okay.
Now go ahead and just cut that wheel all the way to the left. You'll almost run the cone over if you're not careful.
About it, yeah. But you got a good line of vision.
Yeah.
So
now,
and I hadn't cut it all the way to the left, or I would. Gee.
Yeah. Now, obviously, we don't have a trailer behind us, so turning real sharp.
Right.
But maneuverability when you're backing a trailer.
Oh yeah.
It's incredible. You can go right out over there. So when you pull up to that stop sign, stop, and we're going to change the setting on the dash.
Okay.
To around the back straight. Give it everything it's got. It doesn't feel like a big truck, does it?
No, it doesn't. And it handles pretty good too, you know.
Yeah, it's a little wobbly, I call it, because we have the rear axle back
yeah.
up. The rear axle's lifted right now, but the
yeah, I'm not.
have you ever been in something that accelerates like that in a big truck?
Well, we got some pretty high horsepower stuff. But yeah, that's not as smooth.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm a Lexus fan too. You know, Mercedes and BMW.
Yeah.
I believe we're hitting on the same notes that they would.
Yep. So final thoughts. What do you think after taking it?
I'm highly impressed. I've always thought they were kind of cool looking.
Yeah.
Now, U.S. standards.
Yeah.
You're gonna be able to stretch one, right?
You can order these whatever length you want.
That's gonna be
That's why I ordered this one pretty long, but it was still maneuverable and decent. But
how many years y'all project being able to sell them in the States?
I can't give any information on that yet. We're still just kind of gauging interest right now. But grab that right there, hold it up, and pull that all the way forward. There's your fridge. Now, as a driver, you got to get up, park, to get something out of your fridge, get something to drink.
Yeah, that's it.
You can order this one as storage like it is already, or you can make it a fridge also.
Right on.
And then coffee maker's an option. If you get the higher roof, you can get a microwave from the factory, bunk beds, everything. Feel this bed. That's factory.
Yeah.
You've probably messed with a factory bed from here. You wouldn't let a homeless person sleep on one of the beds that came in a truck from the factory here.
No.
Yeah, it's storage everywhere. I mean,
I'm impressed.
This right here, if you got a passenger, or if you want to sit over here after a long day, you got to do some paperwork. Pretty crazy, huh?
I'm impressed. I seen it when y'all were in line to wash it. I got a couple pictures. I didn't really want to take one to you after you got it washed.
Yeah.
To be respectful, but I'm a fan.
I'm glad you like it. All right, we got our next victim, Mr. Lifetime Nut Covers. All right, seatbelt first, and I'll tell you why after. Obviously, we need seatbelts, but
safety first.
Safety first. You got some pocket pliers there.
Well, goddamn.
Are you a lineman?
Oh, it's my farmer gun.
Oh. All right, so now you've got the seatbelt on. On the side of the steering wheel, there's an unlock button and a lock button on the left side. Press the unlock. Now let go. Now grab that steering wheel and put it wherever you want it. You can pull it towards you, tilt it, whatever.
No way.
Now hit the lock button when you got it when you're happy. Now you got your steering or your seatbelt on.
Yeah.
Press that button that says park there. Just press it forward.
Oh, press on that.
Oh, I'll put your foot on the regular brake first. I'm sorry. So now your parking brake is off, but your automatic parking brake is on. So now take your foot back off the brake. So you're not going to roll. All right, now take on your, right here is your drive. So you rotate that knob there forward.
Gotcha. Do I got my foot on the brake?
Nope.
No?
Just rotate it forward. See, now you're ready to go in gear. Now just press the throttle.
I ain't got to do nothing else?
Nope.
So will it stop on its own?
If you hit the brake, it'll roll back and drive like a manual truck.
But as soon as you hit the brakes, it stops.
If you hold the brake for 1 second, it sets the brake.
So much room.
It doesn't look like it's this roomy from the outside,
No,
does
it
it?
does not. This thing's freaking crazy. Oh shit! Now what is it? So I heard this thing has like 700 horse or something.
770 wheel horsepower and 2,800 foot-pounds of torque.
So what kind of motor is this?
It's a V8 Scania engine.
Their own engine.
Yeah.
So where do we go to do the burnouts?
Right. Yep.
It feels like I'm driving a pickup.
Everyone compares it to driving like a Prevost bus
I've yet to drive one of those.
or like a big RV or something like that. So right now it's in the power mode, the less fellow that was driving it. So in eco, it's lower than 770 horsepower. So right now it's in full power mode. So
So you've actually like hooked up and like pulled loaded trailers and everything? Like,
yeah, it just
huge
it
difference
jerks
in
them
everything?
around like nothing.
Really?
Yeah.
This thing is freaking cool.
You've driven automatic big rigs before, right?
Once.
How does it feel shifting to you?
It's smoother. I mean, it's smoother than my dually.
So it still has a manual transmission in it and a regular old clutch. It's just all operated off air solenoids.
Really?
Yeah.
This thing's freaking crazy.
So now you've got the 632 big block twin turbo Kenworth that I got some videos of in here before. What was the idea behind that thing? Just to be different?
Yeah. Like I don't know. Everything we build, we try and do something a little different than everybody else.
Yeah.
And we're not trying to cop anybody else. We're just trying to do something different that people want to see. And obviously,
Yep.
we enjoy old trucks. So kind of the theory behind that was people are taking old needle nose Kenworths and Peterbilts and they're turning them into like basically like pickups.
Yeah.
Putting them with 5.9 Cummins and putting them on a pickup chassis frame and slamming them to the ground and all that.
They don't want the smoke. I'm telling you, this thing will just eat that thing up.
And then our big deal behind it was like, well, let's just take and build an actual like looking 58. Oh, wait there.
The look on everyone's face when they hit the throttle on this thing, they're like, oh my gosh.
It does actually get up and move.
All right, now pull that lever all the way back and take your foot off the brake.
Really?
Yep, all the way back.
What the fuck? Oh shit. What am I doing here?
So you didn't even touch the brake at all.
No, I actually wanted
All right,
to.
now hit the throttle so we don't get run over by someone. Now take that all the way off. One more click. There you go. So this truck has what's called a retarder. It doesn't have jake brakes. It has a hydraulic mechanism on the back of the transmission that operates like valves inside of it that forces the fluid through different orifices to slow it down. So it has a hydraulic brake instead of engine braking.
Really?
And it downshifts and does everything right in line just to stop the truck.
I was getting to wonder because so dumb comparison here, I guess.
Yeah.
But so we have a 675 versatile four-wheel drive tractor, biggest one they made, and that thing, like the guy when we were test driving, he's like, yeah, just like put it like go forward or whatever, and he's like just cruise across your yard, and he goes and slam it in park. I'm not doing that with a brand new tractor. He's like, no, literally do it.
Yeah.
Like, we're gonna blow the transmission up. He's like, no, you won't. He goes, it'll just bring itself to a stop.
Yeah.
That craziest thing. I mean, it did.
Yeah.
It was cooler.
All with hydraulics. Yeah, it's next level.
But yeah, I guess get back to that with the truck build and everything was just we actually wanted to make a running driving. When you look at it, it looks like a '58 Kenworth on a Kenworth frame, big wheels, big tires, normal truck frame. Everything looks like a '58, but it's got a race car engine, 1,500 horsepower, 632 twin turbo on E85. To where we can pull our race car trailers around and stuff with it, to the point where everybody else is building with the 5.9 Cummins, just driving them, slamming on the ground. It's like, well, this is basically the same concept.
Yeah.
It's just a little cooler, I guess, because if you're going to pull a drag car to a drag strip, I mean, you might as well have a drag car motor.
And now you've got 200 gallons of E85 on board.
Right.
That's what it's going to take to get anywhere.
We're hoping the guy, Nathan Peterbilt, he's the one that actually helped me like tune the thing, and he's like, he goes, we're really hoping, he goes, this might, he goes, with all the boost in it, which we're only running 7 pounds of boost, but he goes, this kind of horsepower, he's like, hopefully you can get like 4 to 5 miles a gallon. I'm like,
hopefully.
That would be freaking awesome.
That's funny.
And that's sad when you're looking at it, it's like, I can really get 4 to 5 miles a gallon. That would be great.
Yeah. So final thoughts.
It's freaking cool. It is 100% cool. I mean, it's not my style, but I mean, it's awesome that it's got the power and maneuverability. I mean, I don't know.
So, I mean, you've seen the outside of it, right? Do you think that they could be customized to be cool enough for some of the guys here?
I honestly, from the outside, 100%. I honestly think you could build like a badass looking truck out of this.
Yeah.
When you get on the inside, like I said, it's almost like an RV or something like that. I mean, I don't know where you would even start with customizing the inside.
Yeah.
But the outside, it just has a cool look the way it looks anyways. It's just like kind of like sloped towards the ground. I mean, I don't know, I guess if you put a set of big old wheels on there, like a set of pipes or something, like this would be
we're doing
cool.
stacks soon. That's the next thing, yeah. We're going to do stacks.
That would be, yeah, you could easily make a set of stacks working.
Well, guys, we got this thing pulled inside. We got cut a little short on our test drives and stuff going on outside, unfortunately, because tomorrow it's supposed to rain like really, really bad, and we wanted to get the truck in along with some other trucks here in the booth before it starts to pour. We have to try to wash this truck all over again tomorrow. So it's pulled in. We got some good reactions. It was not as many as I hoped, but maybe Sunday when we go to pull this thing back out, we ought to let some more people drive it and check it out. So for now, we're pulled in and parked, but I want to show you something else that's in the same booth as us right now. So now you guys may or may not remember, we did a comparison of our Scania truck next to a 589 Peterbilt about 2-3 months ago, right? Well, here's our Scania, all dolled up, dressed up, with some custom parts on it. And there's that 589 Peterbilt, which has taken quite the change since the last time we've seen it. Let's go check it out. Starting at the front, they've changed the bumper, the grille, painted the headlights, put some really nice custom paint job stripes down it, visor, breathers, all kinds of stuff. All the parts on this thing are pretty much Iowa Customs parts, because we're in the Iowa Customs booth. So huge shout out to those guys for all the John Deere Gators driving in the background, causing all this noise while trying to make a YouTube video.
Still going.
So anyways, all Iowa Customs parts on this truck. It's turned out really nice. Their deck plate they make, look at these quilted fenders. Those things are super nice. But again, huge shout out to Iowa Customs once again for allowing us to be in their booth and being a part of our Scania America build. This thing looks so good underneath these lights in here, doesn't it?
I think we got enough lights to make anything look good, but definitely.
Well, guys, that brings it close to the Monday and now Tuesday morning here at the Mid-America Trucking Show. The guys are over here in full swing, getting the Scania cleaned up. All the booths are coming together in here. And I'm going to be trying to pump out a video every day from the show here so you guys can get a first-hand look at everything that's going on. Make sure you smash the like button, subscribe. Guys, we have like half of our viewers watching the videos that are not subscribed. So make sure you click that subscribe button. Comment down below, what do you think of the few reactions we got? Hopefully we can get a lot more in the this week, people seeing the truck in person. I'm going to cover everything as the best as possible. If you come to Mid-America Truck Show, come find us. We're at the Iowa Customs booth number 16,220, so 16220. We're right next to the 4-State Trucks booth. They're going to have all their stuff set up right next to Lincoln Chrome. And yeah, come find us, guys. Hope to see you all here in the next couple days. Peace.